It's time for the mic drop. I end each show by going deep on one topic affecting our community in hopes we can all learn a little more. Now, it's been almost 2 months now since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, taking from America's women and girls their right to bodily autonomy. Now, this action was taken by the court, even though a majority of Americans of all stripes believe in the right to choose, a right which, while not gone from the nation entirely, is now left up to each individual state to decide for itself. Authoring the ruling, Justice Samuel Alito in part wrote, "Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Its reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences." Well, we're beginning to see some of the consequences of the court's decision, consequences that I and some of you would consider damaging, consequences that pro-choice advocates were fearing would come. Abortion is now illegal or heavily banned in at least 12 states, and at least 10 others are headed in that direction. But even in states where abortion is still legal, we're seeing court rulings and actions by authorities and online entities like Facebook and Instagram that have women's rights advocates worried. Those two, Facebook and Instagram, have been taking down posts explaining how women can go about legally obtaining abortion pills through the mail. Now, they've since explained that the sites prohibit the gifting or sale of pharmaceuticals on the platforms, which is fine. But does that prohibition cover instructions on how to get them? Because they're taking those down too. Hey, I guess you got to make room for those gun instructions, right? Well, on Monday, 3 judges sitting on Florida's First District Court of Appeals ruled that a 16-year-old girl wishing to end her pregnancy wasn't, quote, mature enough to choose to terminate her pregnancy, according to a report by CBS News. So that suggests to me they must think a 16-year-old who doesn't have parents of her own, by the way, is mature enough to raise a baby. Well, I have a baby and I've been 16. She's not ready. And I know she's not because when petitioning the court, she said she's not, owing to the fact that she's still in school, doesn't have a job, and the father can't help. Now, this seems like a pretty mature line of thinking to me. There's no question that the negative impact on this child's life of not having an abortion will be substantial. Studies show us that women who are denied abortions face long-term physical, emotional, and financial struggles, and yet these judges are willing to put this girl in that position, a position that she, and from what she claims her guardian, wants to avoid. Again, seems pretty mature, deciding to not be trapped in an untenable situation. But according to a Florida court, it's not a choice she's ready to make. This is just a few of the consequences we've been seeing, and there will be more to come. Women and girls placed in untenable situations that will at some point impact all of us. Now, I don't see any way this judgment makes any logical sense unless you view it as a political one. Through that lens, this is sadly predictable. It's just too bad this 16-year-old girl can't use any of those political points to feed her baby. I want to thank you guys for joining us on this lovely Wednesday. That is it for Open Mic. We'll be back the same time tomorrow. You guys have a good one. I'm Reese Waters.